What's up YouTube, this is Living with Less. Today we are going to be talking about a new type of savings account called Yotta. We're going to talk about what it is exactly, how it works, and how it's different than any other online savings account and why you should download it today.
Alright, for those of you guys that's your first time tuning in, I normally do not have cornrows. My lovely mother did this work for me. She did it during the debate. We were bored. Anyways, if this is your first time tuning in to Living with Less, we're a channel about gaining financial independence, living minimalist, as well as living as sustainably as possible. No further ado, let's get into Yotta. For you guys that have never heard of Yotta, this savings account app started from the core idea that on average, an American cannot foot an unexpected $400 bill. However, over the course of a year, on average, an American spends $1,000 on lottery tickets. So essentially, we have a broken system. So Yotta is on a mission to try to help Americans save. So Yotta's framework looks very similar to, I would say, any sort of lottery, to where you pick your numbers and then you pay a couple dollars for a ticket and hope that you win. But instead, you're not even paying money. You're putting money into your savings account, and that money gets you tickets. And then if you win the Yotta ball and get some sort of combination of numbers, you get even more money. So Yotta's awesome in that it's helping Americans save. So that's a basic overview, but let's get into how this app actually works.
Alright, so let's take a second and dive right into the app so that you guys can see it. So right off the bat, you can see that we have 500 tickets in our account, and that comes from a $10,000 deposit, gave us 400 tickets, and then you get 100 free tickets for every referral that you get. So I actually opened up my account first, and then Gabby opened up one, so I referred her. So you can see how referring people can give you a bonus right off the bat. Because that bonus is equivalent to the cash value of putting $2,500 in the account. So that's a cool bonus right there. So what else do we have in this app? It shows you your number of tickets that you have. So you can actually scroll through and see like all the different tickets. So you can scroll through all 500 if you want and see all the numbers that you have here. But that's a little bit tedious because 500 is a lot. But you can also see the numbers that have been picked throughout the week so far. So you can see Monday started with 34, Tuesday with 56, and that continues for the rest of the week until Sunday when you get to the Yotta ball number. That's kind of like the last number that you want to match and like the most exciting day, if you will. But you can see how much you can win on here. The prizes range from 10 cents if you just match the last ball correctly, all the way up to $10 million. Throw in a little bonus there of a Tesla for the second highest prize, which is pretty cool. But you can see that the prizes range quite a bit, and you can win any number of amounts.
And just a quick tip for you guys out there, we're just saying that Yotta's great for really those lower numbers. That's what you have likelihood of winning. Yes, it's fun that you can win $10 million and that you can win a Tesla and all these great things. But really, what you're really going to be winning is probably those 10 cents. 500 tickets that match 15 cents. That's where you're really seeing your returns at. How does Yotta stack up against other savings accounts? Because in reality, Yotta really just sounds like it's a game, but it's a savings account? I don't know. But so we moved our money from our high interest savings accounts. Prior to the pandemic and everything happening, I had Discover high interest savings account, and I think at peak time I was getting close to a little over 2%, maybe, which was awesome. But since the pandemic, that number has been getting cut and going down and down and down. And currently I'm getting 0.6% interest, which is nice that I'm getting it. It's better than nothing, as most would say. And same with Brendan, he had Ally, which that was a high interest savings account, and that's now at 0.6%. However, with the way Yotta works, in that they're giving you these sporadic numbers, yes, it's more volatile that you're not getting a consistent percentage at the same time, But by averaging out the numbers in which you can be winning, it's expected that your return will be anywhere from 1.6 to about 2% on average. So that's 3 times more than I'm getting right now. But keep in mind, currently in my Discover account, I might be getting $20 a month or so. To where with Yotta, I am risking that I'm only gonna get $5 a month. But then the next month, I might get $500. So I know that this might sound like a scam or a gamble, but it's really the long-term investment. I'm not looking for short-term gains with Yotta at all. I'm looking to keep my money parked there in the long term and then to get back those gains, because 1.62% is way more than 0.6%.
So the other thing that's really cool about Yotta, aside from the interest rate alone, is that because they gamify the process, they really make saving money addicting. So for example, we put in an initial $10,000 to get a certain number of tickets, and even after 2 days, just seeing that you're getting a certain number of matches, it makes me want to keep putting money in to keep getting more matches. And that's a really powerful concept because of the fact that we talked about earlier, like Americans love to gamble, and they love to enter the lottery. So this way, instead of losing your money when you put your money into the lottery, you really only have that upside of winning something. But if you don't win, your money stays the same. Now, this type of system that makes saving money addicting really aligns with our other principles of investing, and that's dividend growth investing. If you're not familiar with what that is, we did a whole nother video on how dividends can help you retire early. But the concept is that when you dividend growth invest, you see those dividends grow and grow and grow over time slowly. And same with Yotta savings here. As you keep putting more money in, you keep having a better chance of having more tickets matched and closer chance of winning that top prize of $10 million.
Or a Tesla.
Okay, so not everything is perfect about this account. There are some drawbacks. The major one being that they can choose to drop their interest rate at any time down the road. And whereas at other banks, when they lower their interest rate, you can see it in a clear number. Because Yotta has this statistical formula of paying out an averaged interest rate, it's hard to track consistently. So for example, they started off their app, and I believe their balls you could pick from was numbered 1 through 63. And after being around for a couple months, they raised that number to 1 out of 70. So just by doing this, they lowered the averaged interest rate by about 1%. And they have full autonomy to do this in the future. And the users of the platform really have no control over it.
So to wrap things up, we highly recommend Yotta. Even though we talked about the drawbacks, but we want to be completely transparent with you guys. Yotta overall, on average right now, is going to pay out about 3 times more than any other high interest savings account out there. That is right now. So the drawback, like we said, keep in mind that this can change. So yes, this is a long-term plan for us, but that's as long as they continue to average out to be a high interest rate savings account. So with that being said, we have a referral code right here, Living with Less. We'll also have it down in the description, because if you guys use this, you're gonna get 100 bonus tickets by signing up, equivalent to $2,500 cash value. Handing you $2,500 right here. Here you go, here you go, here you go. So thank you so much for tuning in. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Let us know your thoughts on Yotta and if you guys win anything. I won $1 last week and it's only going up, I hope. So stay tuned. We'll have more reviews on Yotta in the future to see if we're sticking with it. So thank you so much for tuning in with Living Less. Please subscribe and we'll catch you next week.